Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This video here is installment number 3 of the garden and greenhouse tapes. So basically what this whole concept is last year I started, just taking some cameras around the yard, filming stuff, and I didn't really know what it was going to turn into. And I think I had 3 cameras in use, and some of the footage just got lost in the shuffle. And then, I recovered a lot of it and just remixed it all and turned it into these 3 mini episodes. And it's kind of a review of the 2025 garden season, and hopefully it's gonna, motivate me and inspire me, and not only myself, but people watching. It's been a long, drawn out winter that started out in, early November here. It's been well below zero several days here, and we've just had a lot of snow, and it's been a long, boring winter, and I'm going a little stir crazy. I'm sure many of you are as well. And so I was hoping this would kind of get me back in the spirit and start a little early. Give me something to look forward to, as well as many other people. So I'll show you what I got, and we'll do a little summary at the end of this video, how it all went. So I'm going to add some soil here. Don't need much here. I'm going to put some vegetables in. This is low on soil. Plus I gotta weed these. I've decided I'm gonna try to put the strawberries in this thing. I'll keep the birds out, I'm thinking. Should be okay with sun. These peas it didn't take long. Well, we had 6, 7, 8 weeks, I'm not sure, but anyways, they've just about ready to harvest. A little cost cutting thing I do is, this soil's good, but I'm going to add a bag of topsoil. And then oftentimes if you go to Lowe's, they have these things called recovery bags, and sometimes they discount it half off. Every year you want to add good soil to this, and this is some Miracle-Gro stuff, garden soil. What you doing, Cupcake? What you doing? Oh, she's funny. Put this stuff in here. One year I had 100-something edible plants. I've learned it's a lot of work. So, the older I get, the more I realize sometimes less is better. Everywhere I turn, the boss is always here. I gotta actually get this screen off of here, get down there, weed. I'm gonna add some more of that good soil in there. And I think I'm going to put some broccoli in there as well, but definitely the strawberries I'm going to try out in here. This, another similar structure, 2x4 for the frame. These are old window screens, 3 of them, fence boards here, Thompson's water seal I like, and I've had broccoli in here for a few years. Problem is, weeds love this, but the reason I do this is those white moths you see in the summer, they love anything in that broccoli family, and they'll get in there and just destroy broccoli. They're vicious to broccoli. But I like the strawberries in here. I like that idea. I like the birds get my berries every year. Just regular soil here. I might add a little topsoil. So this is my little fine, $22. It's got a lot of berries on it. Strawberries come back every year. Let's see how I can get this out of here without damaging anything. That worked pretty easily. Carved out a little area. Really can't see it. I did carve out that little area there. And we'll roll with the broccoli right here on the left. I'll break it up, put it in there, cover it with soil, and water it. Look at that. Beautiful. So, got 3 decent broccolis out of a bunch that I've chosen to put down in here. They're going to take a little more room. In fact, they grow pretty much to the top of this box I built. So yeah, you just kind of break it up slightly. I like that. Just dig my hole by hand. Can't bend the soil. Pretty sturdy around there. That's what I'm looking for at this point. It's tough for an animal to get in here. Just use a flathead. Got a little slight notch I have in there. That's how I get in and out of here. Nothing fancy. Just make sure it's down, and that should keep animals out of there. Well, this bed gets a little more sun. Most of the other beds here. Just gonna weed it once more, and every year I've been doing tomatoes, peppers, and I even had my basil in here last year. Not all the greenhouse things worked. This is a pretty good basil I bought. So we're gonna put the basil down there, and I also have a bush of cilantro. So I have some jalapenos I'm planting now. And then I did manage to get a few peppers here. These are just gonna be bells in here. Just kind of laying them in where I want them. Now, my view on these Romas are they're just the most versatile. Put them in salad, make sauce. They're big enough to even slice or dice. So we're gonna go just Romas only this year. Yeah, it's just not overkill. I think it'll be just enough for my needs. Here, I had root vegetables there last year. I might still get the root vegetables. I just don't have any seeds. Every spot's a little different. just, you know, the way it goes here and what works for me. Zucchini is going to kind of take off and spread a little bit, so let's plop them on this side. Let's break the root off slightly, keep it intact, just loosen it. And I'll come around and water everything later. Oh, they have a Prince here. Hi, Prince. So here is, let's throw that in there. It's a wild strawberry. So these are my green beans. They're gonna grow up this PVC pole that I put in here. So September has arrived and we have lots of tomatoes. Lots of these nice aromas. The last of these beans, probably. There is a strawberry at the end of September almost. And a few blossoms. And a few little baby strawberries. Well, it's a good amount of green beans here. Speaking of strawberries, I've never seen these wild strawberries this late in the year. I wonder if they taste any better. They're pretty flavorless. Last time I had them was, yeah, no flavor hardly. About 2 months ago, last time I had them. All right, Prince, it's starting to rain. I think we better head in. Yeah, a little recap here. The greenhouse was the first year we actually used it like a greenhouse. We started from seed with stuff. We invested in the solar powered grow light, which had a power bank, which was able to give us, around 8 hours of, grow light in there a night. And it had a remote too, which was cool, so we could use timers on there. And the solar powered fan, that was a panel, and it didn't come with a power bank, but it worked during the day when the natural light was hitting the panel. Both panels were put over holes, and we ran the cord through the holes, and we put spray foam in there, which took care of our leaks in the roof. Not everything in the greenhouse was a success. We didn't have to buy that basil plant, which I showed you. The peppers always do well here, so those worked. We had many different kinds. I did buy a few. The Roma, going to the Roma tomato primarily was a huge success. They're very versatile. You can slice them, dice them, put them in salsas, dehydrate them, stew them, and they got a good taste. With the herbs, I think the oregano, marjoram, chives were left in there from the year before. We'll get more into that. The snow peas we put in there in late March, and we were able to harvest them in mid to late June for 3 weeks probably. We ate them. The other box, we had the pole beans, which grew up the PVC pipe. Those did well. We had plenty of beans. Make sure if you're going to do the pole bean, make sure your seed packet specifies pole beans. Otherwise, there'll be a bush. The most idiotic thing I did was put those 2 zucchini plants in that raised bed. That was real lazy of me, and I had a plot to put those in, and I didn't use the plot this year, and that definitely reduced the yield. I think we're going to nix the broccoli for next year. I like the ever-bearing strawberries in there. The only problem with those, you only get 2 or 3 strawberries at a time. But we had them through June through October, so if we put 2 more in there, we'll triple our production. And the raised bed, we did pull out some carrots from the year before, which would be 2024 carrots. I'd like to get back into the root vegetables and maybe do some more greens in that area. Then we added the dryer drum last fall. That'll give us more raised bed capacity. And I'd like to build one more raised bed, of significant size. And this kind of helped motivate me a little bit to, it inspired me to get going on this a little earlier this year. We were a little late last year, so getting a little jump on it will definitely help matters. I think in the next week or 2 we'll sit down and plan out a garden, and in the meantime I do have some more seasonal type stuff on the horizon here that I think you'll like. All in all, not a bad year. If you made it this far, please hit that subscribe button. We need more subscribers here, and I appreciate your interest in watching the video. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next video.